I look back at what I've gone through and I'm just amazed and proud of myself of the progress I've made. I'm Jameson Behrens and I live at Spring Terrace, a part of Foundation Communities. For much of my life I was overweight, unmotivated, and really just didn't participate in life. I was just a muddler and I wasn't eating correctly, and so I've developed diabetes. It was something I just ignored. January of 2018, I don't even remember what I was doing, but I was in my office chair in my apartment and I reached down to get something and twisted in the chair and fell. And I was in such bad shape that I couldn't get up, couldn't walk. I was on the floor probably about hour and a half, just desperately trying everything I could think of. I was dragging myself everywhere. And finally I gave up and called a coworker. They took me to the emergency room. And they told me later on, the doctor said that if I hadn't come in that night, I would have died because I developed a foot wound and it got sepsis. My brother and the director, they had what I call a come to Jesus meeting. They said, we're here to get you better, and the only person who can do that is you. In August 2019, I had to go into the hospital for an infection on the foot wounds that I'd been fighting because of my diabetes. They came in and said, well, we're going to have to take the leg because it's gotten into the bone. While I was in the hospital, I didn't have a job because I couldn't work. And I used up any kind of savings I had. And so I ended up getting evicted. Once I got out of the hospital, they either had to find me a place to live or I was going on the streets. And I got on every single waiting list I could get on, and just, hoping and praying that something came through. I started going to these weekly rate hotels. And I was like, what am I going to do? And about that time, Spring Terrace called. It just felt so wonderful to have a place that I could call my own, steady, and not having to worry about the next week. And so it was just been a blessing with all the resident services, and staff here are amazing. Their outreach is wonderful. When you come in, they'll give you like pots and pans, they'll give you brooms to get yourself settled. I've been blessed. And it took me about 2 months to finally work up the courage to say, I think I need therapy. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer has been a godsend because she's helped me to be open to stuff and bringing stuff out. Take a look at my past life. She's helped me be able to communicate, to talk to people better. I may not look like it, but I'm in the best shape of my life. And I've got this gym that I can go to. I'm going 4 days a week. I can work on my endurance, I can work on my strength. I've lost this time, and it's stayed off, about 40 pounds. And so we do that 2-miler every year, and I've always had to do, I've walked, but they'd follow in the wheelchair, and so I could only ever do 1 lap. So this year, I plan on using my sticks and do at least 1 lap completely without stopping, and maybe try to do 2. I've been working hard in my artwork, which has brought a lot of fulfillment. The resident services here have been so supportive. So every year, Foundation Communities has an art show where residents can show off their talents and creativity. And as I've seen my talent progress, it's just, I want to show everybody. And so I'm starting a business with my artwork, getting a website out, going to flea markets and arts and crafts shows and all this stuff. And on the backdrop of my life, how I came from just being a muddler, not really caring, it's like a whole new world. It has opened up. But anything that you decide you want to do, Foundation Communities will be there to support you doing. My life now is a life of discovery. Now I have more of a purpose.